as the show went through its growth season over season, POV technology started to develop as well. And, part of, I think, the reason for the show's great visual style was the fact that I had a really good relationship with the vendor that was providing the gear. I would always be calling him saying, is there anything new out there? Is there anything new out there? And he knew how important POV cameras were. And he found this camera that they were using in the medical field. It was a medical imaging camera, right, called the Toshiba. They called it the ice cube camera because it was white and it looked like an ice cube, shaped like an ice cube. And they, I think, found a lens manufacturer to make a series of lenses specifically for this camera, right? And they were like, well, what kind of lenses do you want? And I said, well, ideally, I would love 4 different kind of lenses. It'd be great. I want a super wide angle, and then so I can see kind of everything, like a fisheye type of a lens, and then one that's a little bit tighter, and then one that's a little bit tighter, and then the one that's like a really kind of a long lens that I can use for specific shots, right? And what we came up with was a 2.8, a 4, an 8, and a 15. And the 2.8 would be the camera that would sit down in the passenger seat corner of the car down here, looking up. I'm just using the car because we're going with that, right? Looking up, and you'd see the driver on the far right frame with the steering wheel, the where the seat would be, the passenger seat would be next to him. You see the whole car, right? Then we would have a 4mm that would look through the steering wheel, and that would give me the medium shot, right? That would be the face shot that I needed, right? And then on the over-the-shoulder shot, I would have either a 4mm or maybe even an 8mm, which would be even a little bit tighter of a shot, so that I could look through the front front window to give me the feeling of what it was like to be the driver, right? Or sometimes maybe I pick a 4mm so I could see a little bit of the shoulder to get an over the shoulder shot, depending on what I was feeling, right? And then the 15mm was also really handy in some instances because we would put that, like if we had like a high beam walk, for example, and I just wanted to have a shot of somebody's feet, right? But I didn't want to dedicate just one camera to that adult camera to that shot all the way through. I would take one of those ice cube cameras with a 15 and put it on the beam, and it would just show me the feet, the whole way through. And again, the reason for that is because I need to get all these shots at the same time, right? Because it's only happening once. So I want to have every one of those shots at any given time, so that way in the edit, the editor has all these different choices, because a big part of Fear Factor was not just seeing the challenge, but it was gloriously seeing the challenge again and again in repeat, right? The ballet, that John Woo ballet of action, right? Where you would see something from this angle and then from this angle, and the music would be playing, and it was like a ballet, a crazy fucked up ballet,